Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Severance Season 2. Finally. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 1 of Season 2 of Severance. It has been such a long time since I watched Season 1 on the channel. It's been 2 years. 3 years for everybody else that watched it when it came out. And I did kind of get a little bit of a recap earlier this year when I watched it with my husband. And yeah, it doesn't get boring no matter how many times I see it. And I was so excited when bigger channels started watching it because it is such a phenomenal show. It is so well made. It is so well written. It is so well acted. The cinematography, camera work, everything was glorious. And I didn't even know that going in, and my editor was just like, yeah, I think you need to watch it. So I had no clue what it was even about. I never watched a trailer. I haven't even watched a trailer for this season either. I like kind of going into some of these things a little blind, even though I was so excited for it. And I was like, I could do a trailer reaction. I really could. But I'm like, no, I want to know nothing. But things still slip through. Blue balloons were kind of a thing, for some of the promotional materials and stuff. So I don't know what that's about, other than I think of blue Band-Aids, blue finger traps, blue, I don't know, coffee cozies. Maybe, maybe it's just celebrating and giving somebody balloons to make them feel better. It's very simplistic in our any world. So, oof, boy, this recap is going to take a while. So if you just want to skip to the reaction, just the chapter down below, just click reaction because I feel like I'm going to be incredibly long-winded for my little recap about, what happened with our characters and what I would like to see. So I don't even know who to start with. Let's start with Irving because his story is the most interesting to me because his outie is obviously keeping himself awake, drinking coffee, listening to metal, and painting the elevator that goes down to the testing floor over and over and over. And, he's got paint under his nails and he's keeping himself awake so he can fall asleep at work. I think personally, I don't know if that was actually explained or not, but I feel like his outie is doing that on purpose so Irving will fall asleep and have dreams. And that's the only thing that's jolting him out of this happy existence following the rules. And he's such a cure lover. It's crazy, but what changes him is his relationship with Bert. And I've heard some theories, some which I'm I don't know, that Bert and Irving had gone to the testing floor and have been reset multiple times because they always seem to find each other. I think that they would just really keep them separated some way, somehow. But I had a theory when I heard that because Bert never mentions the testing floor. And only Irving's painting it. And he had kind of that moment with Milchek at Bert's retirement where he calls him a smug son of a bitch. And I was like, what if Irv was the old Milchek and would take people to the testing floor? And maybe he had taken Bert there and that was a job that he had and he maybe couldn't forget it or I don't know. It seems he has a lot of memorabilia from his father's military service and he's an artist. Obviously, he would have been drawn to an artist as an innie. See, I don't know if that's true because I feel like Mark would have been very drawn to Miss Casey and it didn't seem like he really had much of a magnetism towards her when she was around. So Irving, at the end of last season, as his innie, goes to Bert's house, sees that Bert is in a relationship with this other man, but desperately wants to talk to him, and he's pounding on his door. Now, Irving had a map to Bert's house. So maybe Irving and Bert had a relationship because he had his name written down and he knew where to go. So I'm trying to figure out who they were to each other leading up to that moment. They could have just been friends. Maybe they don't love each other at all, but any Irving and any Bert care about each other. I don't know what their relationship is in the outie world. What if they hate each other? What if it's contentious? Like, that would break my heart. I mean, we're definitely going to find out because I almost don't want to find out. I almost don't want to find out. I have like this little scenario of them living happily ever after, whether they're innies or outies. And that's the other thing is that, like, I mean, if we take down Lumen, then we take down all of the innies and they're gone and poof, unless they're reintegrated and they have memories of both, like Petey. But that did not fare well for Petey, as we saw. Now, obviously, Dylan had probably one of the most heartbreaking moments. It was an amazing moment because, you know, up until this point, he's kind of like the jokester. He's very sarcastic. He's kind of the comic relief of the show. And then we see him as his innie in the outie world, and Milchek is asking him, like, where's the card that you took from O&D? I don't know why they didn't just ask him that when he came in the next day. Like, I don't know why it was so important that Milchek go to his house to do that, other than to show us that the outies can be clicked of a switch back to their innies. And, you know, Dylan meets his son, and it's very heartbreaking for him because next thing he knows is he's coming off an elevator and he's got this memory of his kid. And that's heartbreaking because I can't imagine knowing that there is a piece of you out in the world that you may never see again, doesn't really know that, like, this personality, this person that's down here that's doing this work all day long is that person as well, you know? And for the kid, like, the kid's just like, that's my dad, you know? How confusing. And I kind of want to think that, like, some of our innies are the opposite of the outies, or they're like the more innocent version of them. And I was like trying to think of like things of like what maybe Dylan does outside of work. And I didn't see a wife. Milchek had said that he had other children. I don't know if that's true. Maybe he just has custody of the one child. I feel like maybe Dylan might have kind of a broken home. And that hurts me. That hurts me because, like, as much as I was annoyed by Dylan sometimes, I like really think he's an endearing character. I appreciate him in this whole scenario and in the role that he plays. But then also, you know, the way he is like screaming at Milchek when Milchek's like, I'll give you a coffee cozy. I'll give you all the coffee cozies you want. I'll tell you the names of your other children. You have 2 more. And like, you know, I feel so bad for him because, again, knowing that there's an extension of yourself outside that you will never see again is not only frustrating, but like, what a nightmare, because you never get to like take a moment off where you get to dream and you get to sleep and you get to have rest. It's always this existence day in and day out, because as far as your day concerns, it starts with the elevator and ends with the elevator, and starts at the elevator and ends with the elevator. And like, there's never like a reprieve. There's never like a moment where you get any relief from it. And that's heartbreaking. Like, outies get to go on vacations, you know, but like innies don't get that. Man, it's cruel. It's cruel. They are imprisoned. And even though it's the internal extension of another character and another person who is very real and gets to like go home at the end of the day, I can't imagine if a part of my consciousness was being kept awake and working constantly in their mind. Obviously, you know, that's not happening like off hours, but it's still like, I'm like, human rights, man, which it's your right to go have the procedure. I just think you should be told what you're doing every day. And they are not being told what they're doing. I don't know what the numbers are. There has been so many people that were like, it has to do with DNA sequencing. It has to do with cloning. It has to, I don't know. And I don't think I'm the person to give an idea of what it is, other than it's data collection for a reason. They're collecting TikToks for China. That's what it is. That makes me really sad. Anyway, let's move on. Helly. Of course, Helly had the big moment at the end of the season. Yeah, her giving that speech as her innie and saying like, we're prisoners. I'm totally with her. I'm glad she made such a spectacle in front of everybody because that's really the only way anything would get out. And I can only imagine Helena waking up with people tackling her and her going like, what the hell? And then seeing like how desperate her innie is and the lengths that she was willing to go to end her own existence. And to like, let the world know what the experience is actually like for that other piece of them, which is, I keep thinking them of like being two separate people. And I know they're not. I know it's the same person, but like, that's hell. That's absolute hell. Lee. What a bad joke. Anyway, and she got to talk to her father, and that was something. She got to talk to a lot of the characters that we had seen. Like we had Gabby, who was talking to her, and she's the senator's or congressman's wife, who like apparently had 3 pregnancies in which she didn't have to experience birth because her innie did. What a horrible existence! You're just like taking that little piece of consciousness that went through this ordeal. Like childbirth is no joke. And like you taking, like, I don't know how like she's connected to her children. Like she just wakes up and there's a baby there and like she's probably healed. And all the while her innie had some time with the baby, probably named him William and not Brandon or Bradley or whatever his damn name ended up being. And like that's alarming. And I think the story that Helly has to tell when she gets back downstairs, if I don't even know if she's still going to go back downstairs. I don't know if these people ever see each other again. God, that would break my heart. I'm assuming that they do, but if I work for Lumen, I'm like, nope, they're separated. They're never going to see each other again. That's what I think a mastermind would do at least, but I guess if it's an experiment, put them back together and see what happens. See if they try it again. And then obviously we have Mark, who was at Rickon and, what's his sister's name? Devin, was at Rickon and Devin's house when he switched, giving a hug to Mrs. Selvig / Cobel, and, was like very much like all of a sudden discombobulated and like, why is she here? Like, what the hell? And I'm so mad at Mark for even inviting her. What a good guy to like take his lonely neighbor. But the funny thing is that Mark, it's not that he can't stand Rickon, it's that just like he tolerates him, and that's your brother-in-law, but Mark very much idealizes or even idolizes Rickon because of his book and the things that he's been reading in that book. And of course he thinks that Rickon was speaking directly to him because he was, but because the inscription that's in the inside of the book, it was like, Mark, like, what? And then he like meets him and he's like, oh my God, I'm your biggest fan. And Rickon's just like, don't mock me. I was just like, this is freaking great. Like, and what wonderful acting, wonderful scene. But Mark, like talking to Miss Cobel and calling her Miss Cobel, it was like a no, damn it, Mark. And telling Devin about Miss Cobel, that it's Mrs. Selvig, that, he's his innie, and she very much listens. Like, I'm sure she could see the difference between her brother and innie Mark. The fact that Miss Cobel had left the baby in the room and that stupid pretentious guy at the no dinner was like, I found your baby. He's like, I'm a hero. And Mark running up the hallway after seeing a picture of Gemma and him being married, and it's Miss Casey, and yelling, she's alive. I could just cry. And I don't mean to be all mushy and like be like, I just got married. But like, if I thought my husband was dead and he might be alive, and a part of me found out about that but couldn't tell the other part about me, like and there's still a separation, and just like that feeling of like just like helplessness. Like I just felt so helpless because I want Mark to know that Gemma's alive. I want like Mark to know that Miss Casey is Gemma. And I don't know, because Cobel wasn't there, if anyone is going to know that he knows this now. But she's on the testing floor. So, and you know, she was only alive for like 18 hours at that point. So I don't really know like what happens on the testing floor. Do you get reset? Is she in a coma? Like, is there a part of her brain like doesn't like what happened after her accident? Why is she at Lumen? Why was she severed? Why 18 hours? Is it just a test to test Mark? We know Cobel's mother kind of had a thing like that, like she might be like dead or in a coma herself. Like she had the respirator and like the feeding tube in her little shrine to Kier, which was creepy all in itself. So like, you know, Cobel might be there for her own wants and needs, but like she also is very cultily like loyal to Kier. No, thank you. No, thank you. But like, you know, like she was like fired from there. They got rid of her. They didn't believe her. They didn't care about anything. And then she was willing to like panically like run and grab Helly and try to stop everything from happening. Called Milchek and was just like, you know, the overtime whatever is active. And he's like, that's impossible. And you know, like she was still trying to save Lumen. And I'm like, why are you still so loyal to Lumen? Other than the fact that she needs to get back in for her own means. So we'll see. And of course, Milchek. Don't worry. Let me fix that. Oh, no, we're just going to be all wiry and yeah, out of control. That was like me, like all of a sudden wanting to fix myself for Milchek. My husband knows how I feel about Milchek. He's not a good guy. He's not even a great guy, but he's Milchek. He delicious. So I can't wait for more of him. I think this season we'll get a lot of reveals of all the questions we might have had last season, but I think that we're going to be left with more questions than answers. And even when we get an answer, that might be like that yummy, 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 satisfying feeling. I think they're going to like leave us with a question and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt so bad. So guys, with that being said, here we go. Episode 1 of season 2 of Severance. I'm so dumb. Anyway, let's go.
David! No,
right
Listen,
after.
We're not happy. We're miserable.
Oh.
They torture us down there. She's alive!
Oh, fresh from it. Oh, Mark. Wow, this camera work is something. Because I love this show. I love the way it's filmed. I love everything about it. How does he even know where to go? It seems very random. Where are you going, Mark? Did they change the walls while you were gone? Oh. Okay, a purple floored room. That's probably what was covered up with him and Helly last season. Are you dreaming, Mark? What is happening here? Wellness. He was trying to find Miss Casey. That is heartbreaking. I thought he was trying to find his friends. He was trying to find Miss Casey. Oh, who's back there? Doesn't look like Milchek. Certainly not Grainer. Who are you?
I suppose you're Mark S.
Ew, I don't like new people.
I'm Mark W.
2 Marks?
Would you be open to using a different first name to avoid confusion?
He was here first.
Welcome back, Mark S.
That's the blue balloons. Hey, Milchek baby. I like your turtleneck. Yeah, I know, I'm so inappropriate. Oh, no opening? I was looking forward to that.
Mr. Milchek, please.
What you all did 5 months ago was one of the most painful moments in the history.
It's been 5 months?
Miss Wong, Mark S.
Hello.
She'll be happy to mind your balloons while we chat.
That is a child. Why is a child working in the office?
You can shut it.
They have a severed child? Maybe she's not severed. Oh,
Is
God.
it normal for a child to...
Excuse the clutter.
Uh-huh. He's the new Cobel? I mean, rightfully so.
Helly R and Irving B both successfully made contact with persons on the outside, just as you did. Dylan G's
Oh, he's just
outing
telling
learned
it
what
like it,
happened after the
just what
fact.
happened.
The four of you have achieved international fame. As a group, you've become known as the face of Severance reform.
I just look at everything that was redacted. And he's blow the whistle.
I locked you in a room like an animal, Mark.
Oh, yep.
As an unsevered man, I'll carry that knowledge the rest of my life. But for the past 5 months, we've been asking how a sadist like Harmony Cobel could take fertile root in Lumen soil. And what that says about us. We believe she developed an erotic fixation on you.
Maybe a
and
little
had plans
bit.
to pursue both you and your outie in what might be termed a throuple.
What?
What?
Thankfully, she failed at this.
Oh my God. Just throwing her under the bus.
We tried for weeks to get them back, Mark. None of them agreed.
Except for me.
Your outie insisted on returning. In fact, he begged us to let him back right away.
Oh. What happened on the outside? I don't know.
Well, I'd
Helly
like
R
to
wouldn't have
hear
done
it
that.
from them.
Wow. Big balls Mark talking to Milchick that way.
Enjoy your balloons.
God. Enjoy your balloons. Then he's got to walk with these stupid balloons. As though this is a happy day. Oh, good job, Mark.
Speaking of which, how much do
So
we
these
see
guys
of
have been
that
here
Mr.
for 5
Milkshake?
months?
Milchick.
What?
It's Milchick, not milkshake. And
I don't know. I've seen him dance.
How's the sky?
I don't know.
What, you didn't see it?
Well, I went outside for a second, but I was distracted by my brother-in-law.
Seriously?
Oh, that's tiny. Oh, they made it to where they couldn't even have a room to commune together.
Hello, refiners.
Hello,
Oh, boy.
Miss Wong.
Oh no.
Is
it's
that a
the
red
ball
balloon
game.
or a ball?
Let's
Oh,
head to
okay.
the kitchenette.
Kids with red balloons freak me out.
Mark W.
Why are you a child?
That's a good question.
Because of when I was born.
I mean, it's a valid answer.
Kind of a fun fact about me is that I thought I'd be permanently retired when my branch shut down. So this is a nice surprise.
Oh, they're from different branches. Interesting. I bet Helly and all of them are at different branches then.
Something about me.
Oh, God, don't say it. Don't say it. Keep it to yourself. She's playing a game with you. She wants you to say something.
That I am lucky enough to have made 4 new friends today.
Good
That's nice,
recovery,
Mark.
Mark.
But I have to remind you that I'm a supervisor, not a friend.
Oop. Wow. Okay, and I want to see what's happening with Mark. Oh! Oh, we're just seeing his experience. That's awful! Like I said, it's just the elevator. I mean, I already knew this. I don't know why I'm so shocked.
Each with a face made of a plate.
A plate?
Oh,
We were
did
very
he
good.
learn English?
Did you guys have the CPR dummies?
Yeah.
What were those made of?
Brooms.
Did you have an elevator?
What is this conversation? Is he gonna try to sneak a note out? Yup.
Good night, Mark.
Right.
Is he gonna put it in his pocket or the other guy's pocket? Yup. Oh my God.
Hey, everybody.
Dear outie, the branch is run by a shambolic rube who goes by Milkshake.
Oh my God.
If you must continue to send me here, please consider strapping a bomb to me so that I may explode both Milkshake and the very spirit of Keir Egan. Wrathfully, your innie, Mark W. Is it earnest? Do you really think I'm a shambolic rube?
Wait, you think I wrote this note?
They know you wrote it.
You know what? I don't even know who this team is. I told you. I like my
Fiery
team.
Mark.
Which part of that don't you understand?
Woo.
Marcus, at this time, I revoke your status as department chief, which will be transferred to your intended victim, Mark W.
Wah.
I accept.
What's funny?
Oh.
You don't know what I did to the kitchenette yet, do you?
What did you do to the kitchenette? Run! Yes! Oh, I love it.
God damn it.
Yeah, you fell for it.
Mr. Milchick, got Marcus in your office. He's got the speaker.
Yeah, you
Hello, is
better
anyone there?
run,
Is the board
boy.
on? It's Marquez from Macrodata Refinement. I know that you want to do the right thing for severed people, which is why I need to see my team again. They're my friends. You can't just make them disappear. Please.
Oh, Milchick, this is your first day on the job, buddy. Not doing great.
Are you firing me?
On you go.
Oh, he's going home early.
Goodbye, Marcus.
Wait!
Oh, what an awful existence. Oh, God. What the hell is that painting? Is it Kier? An army? Sword? Definitely a sword. It seems to be that Kier is like always like kind of like looked at as like almost like a biblical character, so I'm sure that that was rooted in either mythology or religion. Maybe.
Dylan!
Mark, did it work?
It worked.
Where are the others?
I don't know.
He's been gone the whole time.
I mean, fair, I tackled the man first, but I didn't fuck with his belt. Kier pardons his betrayers?
Oh. Irv! They really didn't want to come back. Oh my God. Irving. I thought maybe they were at a different branch, but they like literally are starting right where they left off.
Irv! Dude, what's wrong? You poor up there?
You poor up there? That's the thing that went wrong? His heart's broken. Oh, Mark.
Hallie! Oh my God, are you okay?
I'm okay. Where's everybody else?
Come on.
Oh, God.
They're gone.
Well, where did they go? Where did the old people go? The new crew. Old.
Okay, so what is going on? We're not in trouble?
I don't think so. I mean, Milchick said our message got out. He said we're famous.
All of us equally, or one of us is like the star?
Probably Helly.
Look, Milchick is probably coming.
Good. I owe him a fucking belt cut. Now tell me.
They're waiting for us to tell each other what happened because they don't know what happened. I mean, what if they're listening?
They're probably recording you.
Are you okay?
No.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Wong.
It's the new Milchick.
Mr. Milchick's waiting for you in the break room.
Who? All of them?
What the fuck is going on? Why is she like 8?
I don't know.
All of them? They're all going to the break room? Not only that, how long was it since Mark left and then came back to this one? Like, was it also months? Oh God, I don't want them all to sit here and be tortured in the break room. Oh. Well, that's nice. Which means it's probably awful.
So I guess the board reconsidered my terms.
Guess so.
Something's going on. The Audis are getting paid or something. Lumen is listening. That's the problem. Oh God, Kier.
I'm the Lumen Administrative Building, Branch 501, and you're sitting in me right now. But one thing I've always had is a love for my workers, both unsevered and severed.
Creepy. Claymation? I love it.
Hey, no running in my halls.
Jeez.
That tickles.
Yeah, delightful.
This question came to light when 4 NDR workers, dissatisfied with their severed lives, conspired to mount what Lumen historians will forever call the Macrodat Uprising. Under my literal nose unfolded a human drama of danger, righteous anger.
Let's burn this place to the ground.
Jeez! Wow, Irving. How do you feel about that?
And love.
What the shit?
Poor Dylan.
These include tasty new snacks like fruit leather, cut beans, Christmas mints, and
Ew.
salsa.
Oh, salsa's good. Dylan.
To pineapple bobbing.
Oh, yay. Pineapple bobbing. That sounds awful.
To our brand new playful mirror room.
No, that's awful. I don't like it.
I thank Kier for the Macrodat Uprising.
What the manipulation is this?
By end of day, each of you will choose whether you want to remain here. Not your outies, but you.
Oh.
Like the rest of the severed floor, the break room has no cameras or microphones.
Sure.
He said there were no microphones in here.
Yeah, he says a lot of shit, so just fucking whisper it.
Okay,
Thank you, Dylan.
so I was at a party at my sister's house for Rick and Hale.
You know Rick and Hale.
It's his brother-in-law.
Just before I switched back, I found a wedding photo.
It's Miss Casey.
The woman in the photo was Miss Casey.
Are they gonna believe him?
Miss Casey is your wife?
But she's dead.
No, I know.
But she's not at the same time. I don't know why I'm whispering.
Mark, are you okay?
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. More honest answer.
What
Thank you.
about you? What did you see?
I saw
Tell the truth.
the inside of a really fucking boring apartment.
So you live by yourself?
Yeah? I was watching some nature show on TV, wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Is she severed anymore?
Then I went outside and found a guy. He looked like a gardener. Told him everything. I think he kind of thought it was bullshit.
I think this is Helena. I don't think this is Helly at all.
A night gardener.
I think so. Maybe he has a different job during the day.
What about yours?
I don't trust her at all. Come on.
Do you suppose he's serious about letting us leave?
Or what did you see?
Actually, don't. I don't trust her.
That's what I saw.
Just say I have a dog.
Come on, man. You can tell us.
You can't tell Helly. Helena, whoever that is. It is not Helly. Yeah, because she didn't accept Mark's hug. Like, she was like, what the heck? That's Helena.
I'll talk to him.
No, we should all
No,
go.
he's fine, okay? Let me talk him down. You go back to camp. I'll get you if I need you.
Yeah, she wants info. Oh God, now they're gonna know that he knows about Miss Casey. Damn it.
Dylan's on it. And we have till the end of the day.
Yeah.
She has till the end of the day to get all the information she possibly can. Son of a bitch!
So what are you gonna do?
Well, I gotta get her out of here. Right? I mean, if she's my wife.
Right, of course. I mean, assuming she's still here.
Mark, don't talk anymore.
You know, we're the same-ish person, so it's mushy.
Yeah, I don't know how you really
It's
reconcile having
mushy.
feelings for somebody else
Is that what
as
it
your
is?
any.
Is mushy?
Kelly.
We're not the same, actually. Us and the Audis, we're not. And speaking for myself, I don't think we owe them shit. But Miss Casey is, well, she's one of us. So if you want to help your Audi and find out what happened to her, I'll help.
So you're staying?
I think I'm staying.
Her any would never. Oh, it's Helena, and I hate that. Oh, I'm gonna feel really stupid if it ends up not being her. I was like so sure.
Okay, did you see him?
He's married, or at least he's with someone. I'm going to leave, Dylan.
It is not leaving, so stop fucking calling it that.
I know you
Just
want.
fucking try.
Is Dylan also a plant?
Before I went to Bert's, I woke up in my apartment.
What?
I don't know if we can trust this Dylan.
I'm sorry that Audi Bert has a hot husband or whatever, but he is not the point.
He didn't say that Bert had a husband.
He's married. If he's gone, and I'm gone,
Stop saying that.
then somehow we'll be together.
He wouldn't want that,
How do you know?
because I don't want that.
Aww.
Because I would be sad.
Please let this tender moment be real and that Dylan is Dylan. Ew.
I know, but they said it would be corrected by now.
What a burn to your ego.
If someone calls about my welcome screen, I need you to put that call through immediately.
Yes, sir.
The important things.
You wanted to see me?
I did. Thank you, Miss Wong.
I have such anxiety. Especially Dylan, he's very passionate about how he feels about Milchek now.
Your wife's name is Gretchen.
Stop telling him information.
What?
She wanted you to know. Come with me.
Is that a secret doorway? Dope. A blue hallway. I dig it. What is
These
this?
are blueprints for a new renovation, of which I chose not to inform your colleagues. It's called the Audi Family Visitation Suite.
No.
Are you saying I could see my family here?
How do you know it's your
If you
family?
take the name of the room at face value, I'd say yes.
What a manipulation, Dylan. Don't fall for this shit.
Sadly, everyone else in your department is single. As such, I'm asking that you keep this between us, or only to avoid resentment.
Is Mark's sister not his family? Irving's dog? Fake Helly's father? Is that a game? Does Miss Wong have like a little thing where she separates stuff? What was that? What did she take out of there? Oh, a little game with Kier. I loved playing with those at the dental office. I didn't have a Kier one, obviously. I was like, if she gets all like the little hoops on the hands, does the name change?
You okay?
Dylan?
I'm okay.
Where's Irv?
Right here.
He didn't leave. Okay.
Irv? You okay?
I'm okay.
I don't think any of them are okay, and I definitely know that that's Helena, whatever her stupid Egan name is. Why does Dylan have a Kier head on his thing? Yeah, like that's so weird. What happened to his hologram? Oh, the older guy had it, yep. Scary 5. Wow, productive. Whoa. Was that Miss Casey? Oh, Ben Stiller, you tricky, tricky lad, you. Okay, that wasn't enough, but it was a lot at the same time. Okay, 100% do not trust that Helly is not Helena. I'm 95% sure that that's Helena. Because the hug that she gave Mark was like a, ugh. And, like, I don't know, her being the last, her lying about what she saw. Now, I don't know if she wants to tell them, like, I'm an Egan, but like she could have at least left that part out and said, I was at a ball, I gave a speech, everyone found out because of me and you. And like, why isn't anyone going like, well, how did they know about this? Like the Lumens just like offering to tell everyone that it happened because Bert knows that he didn't talk to anybody of consequence. Mark knows that it was just family. So obviously Helly would be the one that revealed it to the world. And like, no one's asking that question. Like, how are we famous? Plant. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I want Helly R back. I mean, I kind of don't. For the sake of that Innie did not want to be there. And so if it's just Helena and she's just gathering information, I hate that for us because one, Mark sharing everything about Rickon being his brother-in-law, about his sister, about Cobel, about Miss Casey being his wife. He just was like so trusting and just wanted to spill all that information. And I don't know what the length of time was from when Milchak was like, see you later. And then he appears and that painting's there. It could have been a day, could have been a month. They might have had to change everything. It's just, and I don't think that the other Innies that were down there are gone by any means or like everything's over. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they were like also placed there. Like, what's her face? I don't know. Was it Courtney? I don't know. She was only around for a couple minutes, but like she was asking all of these questions about the outside. And then I was like, well, how does she even know that? Like how does she know about the Innies being famous? I'm trying to remember if Mark even said something about that. I don't think he did. And then I was like, I think because of not trusting that Helly is, or I think Helly is Helena, whatever her stupid name is. I was very distrustful of Dylan. And that Dylan is definitely the Dylan that we know because especially Milchak taking him into the room and saying like, we're going to have family meeting time. You can't tell anyone about this. I immediately would have been Dylan blabbing to everybody else. Like, yeah, he said this. I don't believe it. And he said, because you guys were single that like, he didn't want me to tell. There's more people than just your wife and your kids. Like, Mark has a sister and a brother-in-law, and which I don't think that they would want to invite them to talk to Mark's Innie because of what happened. I totally understand that. But, even like Irv with like Radar, like, anyway, it's a master manipulation. It's to manipulate Dylan because now he knows his wife's name, which I have already forgotten. Gretchen. Never mind. I remember it now. He is being manipulated for the chance to be able to meet Gretchen, meet his family. Now, if his son looks any different, I'll be like, that's not the same family. And that's the thing is we don't know if it's his real family or not. They could be actors. I love Milchak, for the sheer fact that he is charismatic and smooth and a well-dressed stature of a man. Yeah, I have a big old crush on Milchek, my little milkshake. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Anyway, a little delirious. I think I might need to eat lunch. But you know, everything is a manipulation. Even like the clay animation thing that they had, they were like, we're gonna show all the new innies this, and you know, like everyone's gonna know how much they mean to us. And it was still like even like the building being like, stop running, and it's just like you're tickling me. And it's just very creepy, very weird, very unusual. I think it's meant to like make them feel like proud about what they did a little bit, and that they're like these important people now. Like they're kind of like celebrities to the rest of the innies. And it's a form of manipulation because it makes you want to go back there because you feel so good about who you are there. And I was like, if it's been 5 months and all of our innies come down and they're just like, you know, Irv pounding on the door and Dylan, well, I don't know what Dylan saw last other than the elevator, but he was like, did it work? Like, what happened? You know, that's like something that like makes me feel like he was untrustworthy as well, because his last time that we saw him wasn't him being an outie or his innie being out. It was his innie being in. And then, of course, Helly. I loved that moment, though, between Dylan and Irv, even though I didn't really trust it a whole lot because I was like, I don't know if this is the right Dylan. Like if it's the Dylan up there, like, you know, we saw him meeting with Milchek at his house. So obviously, you know, they might, I don't know necessarily have a relationship, but they like might know each other a little bit better. It might be bros like outside of, you know, work or whatever. And he might just be like, hey, you've got to pretend to be Dylan and you got to ask questions because we need to know what they saw. And, you know, obviously Mark's is the most damning. And Irv's was very emotional for sure. I don't know, Dylan saying, you know, beautiful husband. I was like, he didn't say husband. He just said that he was with somebody. Like, I don't know. Maybe I still can't trust Dylan. I don't know. Okay. I mean, at the beginning with Mark running around, I was like, I feel like this had to be like a green screen, but he was so desperate. And I was like, is he searching for, you know, MDR? Like, what is he searching for? It didn't even occur to me that it was wellness until like you saw like what was left over on the wall of the word wellness. He was trying to find Miss Casey. Oh, bless his heart. And now Helly knows part of his plan. And I don't, again, know. I mean, I guess Dylan is trustworthy because why would Milchek have shared that with him? I was going to say, like, and now, like, Dylan knows, like, Irv and, like, the hallway and the elevator and what's up with, like, the girl? Like, the 8-year-old being, like, the new Milchek? Is it just, like, somebody who's, like, not intimidating? Or, like, you know, is she, like, one of those permanent severed people? Like, she never leaves? Kind of like the Miss Casey thing where it's, like, part-time, but like, you know, like what is she in a coma? Is she someone's daughter that's at Lumen? Like, or I don't know. Oh, that's wild. What a twist on that though. I'm like, why is there a child working here? And everyone's like, why is there a child working here? And I'm like, could someone answer these questions for us? Such a brat. I'm like, yeah, why is there a child here? But mostly because, like, is she severed? Because she said it was her first day, so she has to be. Who gave permission for their child to be severed? And, like, in what condition was this child? Was she just, like, up and running around saying, I'll help you with whatever you want, mom, dad, whatever? And then they were like, okay, severed procedure. We have, you know, parents' permission. Or, like, was she somebody who's in a coma? Like, or I still don't know how that works anyways. So when we say that, I don't know how a different part of your brain would let you be able to, like, not be in a coma anymore, but maybe. I don't know. Especially with this show. I have no clue. So let's see. No Cobel downstairs. Mr. Milkshake has taken over for her. And it seems like he's taking it very seriously, but he does not like being haunted by the ghost of Cobel, which the little thing on the screen, it's kind of delightful that like that was getting him worked up, and it's really all he gets to look at when he's at work. So Sorry, buddy. Now, they also said that there was no cameras and there are no microphones anywhere. And I don't know, one, if there actually are, because I don't really trust it, but if there aren't, because they're solely relying on Helly to get all the information, because she really wanted to go after Irv with Dylan. But, like, obviously, you know, Dylan has a better relationship with Irv, and to get him out of that. Now, me personally, if I'm Irv, I'm just like, hey, if I really want to leave, then let me leave. Let's see if we can actually leave and not come back, and we can go at any time. Like, let's see if it can happen. And I don't know if that's like, if he walks through the door, then Irv's just like, well, my Annie doesn't want to be here, and like, that's all she wrote. I don't know. I still would have tried it. And I don't know where they've been for 5 months, other than like Irving got arrested for harassing Bert. Helly has been plotting her return. Dylan has just been living a little bit of an easy life, maybe, not having to go to work every day, but getting paid by Lumen. Or maybe, you know, he hasn't. I'm not sure. Like, what's Mark been up to? This was an all-innie episode. I actually just realized that we didn't get anything from the outside. The only time we even saw anything outside was in a stupid cartoon. That's wild. So maybe the next episode will be all outies, which I'm super excited for. But, and I will find that out pretty soon, because Apple Plus has given me the episodes early. So one, I can watch them. I can kind of like digest them and eat them up, and it gives Xander time to edit them as well, which is really lovely. But I feel so privileged to be in the position to receive them early, and I'm very grateful and thankful for that. But also, we've been waiting a really long time for this to come out, and it's so delicious. It's so good. It's so wonderful. So again, thank you to Apple Plus for giving me these episodes early. And I'm going to jump into episode 2. So I'll probably be in the same outfit. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think about the return to Lumen for our innies? And y'all agree that, like, Helly is Helena, right? I wasn't the only one who picked up on that. I am so terrified of being wrong when it comes to this show, because like, there's clues and there's hints, and I'm just like, ha ha, and I'm like, please don't be wrong. Please don't be wrong. I don't want to be on the internet screaming about something that is wrong. It's a little scary. But I mean, did you believe that that was actually the real Dylan? Because at first I was like, I don't know. I mean, Milchek wouldn't have taken him into the back room to show him all of that if it were the real Dylan, right? Yeah. I don't know. And what do you guys think about an 8-year-old being the new Milchek? Like, it's going to be harder to get mad at her. Definitely Dylan can't bite her if there's a dance party. You know, like... It's interesting. I don't know, like, what we do for mental health, because we don't have wellness anymore. You know, do we think Miss Casey's even still here? I don't even know how we would see her again other than photos. So I can't wait for that to all unfold. But guys, come back here for the next episode. I'm sure it's going to be bonkers. So in the meantime, I'll see ya.